Hamdy the Hammer Abdelwahab is a 5-0 heavyweight born in Cairo, Egypt, and now fighting out of Queens, New York under Killer B Combat Sports. The 29-year-old competed in the 2016 Olympics in Greco-Roman wrestling, placing 10th for Egypt. He's also a freestyle and Greco gold medalist in the African Cup. Now Hamdy makes his octagon debut in Dallas at UFC 277. After a 4-1 amateur career, only lost from illegal strikes. First pro fight, Abdelwahab crushed a can in bare knuckle, but still counts on his MMA record. Now in 2021 sophomore scrap, he's facing 5'10", 260-pound Conor McKenna. Nickname is the Irish Warrior, but I think a better one is Honey. I Shrunk Tyson Fury. Pro debut here, but amateur record of 6-2-1. Start of round numero uno. Hamdy hammers him with the right cross, pushes him down to the mat, then unloads with ground and pound. Moments later moves into mount. Abdelwahab breaks the body lock and gets to work. Referee doesn't like opponent turning his back and calls it. Early stoppage, but the end was inevitable once McKenna hit the mat. Hamdy climbs to 2-0 with ease, and the former Olympian needs a step up in competition. Next bout is 1 month and 4 days later in mixed martial arts now, facing Dustin Throw Hands for Bands Clements. Record on Tapology says 4-4, but Sherdog says 6-3. Nevertheless, notable fights on his record include a loss to Bellator undefeated contender Steve Mowry, but an amateur win over 2022 Contender Series hopeful Waldo Cortez Acosta. Early first, Abdelwahab erupts for a flurry of strikes, then earns a takedown with the outside trip straight into side control. 20 seconds later, Hamdy with the body lock gets another take. Now the Hammer, looking for a big bomb, tosses the legs aside for the huge right. Round 2, Abdelwahab counter left. Clements stumbles back and Hamdy unloads on him, swinging and banging, but both men emerge out of this fire. Minute 30 later, Hamdy power double into the fence, but then we elevate for a slam. Round 3, Abdelwahab power jab, then opponent goes for a takedown. The Hammer stalls him out and reverses. Surprising strategy late from Clements, but maybe here's the reason. Opponent's knee locks up on him, and the ref is forced to call the fight off in round 3. Hamdy Abdelwahab gets win number 3. First with some gloves over those knuckles, and he looked great in the process. The 29-year-old showed off his wrestling and grappling chops. Opponent had absolutely nothing for him at all, and the Hammer even looked relatively fresh heading into round 3. Now 2 months later, March 2022. Looks like they found this guy on the beach getting a little more of that Florida sun than he bargained for. Tyler Lee the Fox comes in at 3-2. Fairly accomplished jiu-jitsu game, a former Fight to Win competitor, and all 3 wins by submission. First round, Hamdy defends a takedown and gets into great position, but elects to stand back up. Seconds later, he hammers him with the left hook. Follow-up shots leave him down and out. Tyler Lee gets the hammer just 24 seconds into round 1. An easy win this night, and in June, Abdelwahab earned his 3rd win of 2022. Now just 1 month removed from his last bout, Hamdy fights on the prelims of a pay-per-view card. Octagon debut against 9-4 Dante Mays, and it all goes down at UFC 277, Nunes vs. Peña 2.